This week we've had Jack and the Beanstalk and Jack and the Jelly Beanstalk. So two different versions of the same story. The last story this week, we've got another story about a beanstalk. This one is called Kate and the Beanstalk. Not Jack, Kate. Now, I wonder how this one will be different to the other two. I can see from the cover, she's climbing a beanstalk from her house, so that's the same. Will there be anything different, apart from being Kate rather than Jack? Let's find out. Now this one, the pictures are beautiful. Some really good pictures, illustrations. Long ago, a girl named Kate lived with her mother in a humble cottage. One day, after a hard winter, Kate's mother was in despair. "We are sure to die from hunger," she said, "unless we sell our cow to get some food." Kate was a plucky girl who loved to help. "Don't worry," she said, giving her mum a hug. "I will take care of everything." And she set out to market with the cow. There she goes, off to market. Who will she meet? On the way, Kate met a beggar holding a small sack. "Magic beans," said the beggar with a creaky voice. "How extraordinary," said Kate, and she saw them, for the brown beans shone like gold. "I don't think I can live without them." "They be yours in exchange for the cow," said the beggar. Without another thought, Kate traded the cow for the beans and rushed home to give them to her mum. But to Kate's surprise, her poor mum was horrified. "Our only hope is gone," she cried. "Now we'll surely starve," and she tossed the beans out the window. Hungry and forlorn, Kate went to bed. Oh dear, that didn't go very well. During the night, Kate couldn't sleep. She got up and crept into the moonlight garden. She gasped, for in the darkness corner a giant beanstalk rose into the sky. It rose higher and higher and higher till it disappeared beneath the clouds. "Does it ever end?" whispered Kate. Without waiting for morning, Kate began to climb. She climbed and climbed and climbed, up and up and up. When Kate reached the top, light was creeping into the grey sky. Through a misty haze, she saw the most astonishing sight. Above the clouds was a countryside with woods, a crystal stream, rolling sheep, and a mighty castle. As Kate stared in wonder, an old woman hobbled out of the woods. "Hello," said Kate. "Is that your castle?" "No, my dear," replied the woman. "It once belonged to a noble knight and his fair wife. They had a small infant, a small child, and many treasures. But one day a monstrous giant came to steal them. He killed the good man and took over the castle." "How dreadful," said Kate. Fortunately, the wise knight and baby were visiting in the valley. Afraid to return home, the grieving widow stayed to raise her child. But alas, they were very poor and close to starving. "That's really sad," said Kate. "Sadder than that, my dear. Perhaps you are the one to right the terrible wrongs that have occurred." "Me? Are you afraid?" "I don't think so. I fear nothing when I'm doing right. How can I help?" said Kate. The knight had 3 treasures: a hen that lays golden eggs, a bag full of gold coins, and the most wondrous harp in the world. If you find these and return them to the knight's widow, Then she and the child will not die from hunger. Kate took a deep breath. I'll try. Kate bid farewell to the woman and strode across the meadow. She approached the castle, a giantess lunging to the early morning light. She's going to try and get the things back. Help me, the huge woman roared. My husband makes me cook, for the cocks crow to the owls hoot. Wherever I hear servants, I gobble them up. I'll be your servant, Kate said, but you must hide me from the giant. Kate helped the giants make breakfast until the sun came up. Then she heard the giant coming down the hall, and she trembled with fear. The footsteps sounded like booms of a cannon. Hide, whispered the giantess, and she pushed Kate into a closet. Peeking through the keyhole, Kate watched and listened. Fee, fi, fo, fum, I smell the blood of an Englishwoman. Be she alive or be she dead, I'll grind her bones to make my bread. Don't be silly, said the giantess. You only smell the bacon I fried for breakfast. Oh, said the dragon. Dragon? Oh, said the giant. When the giant finished eating, he said, Bring me the knight's hen. The giantess brought him a small brown hen. Lay, said the giant, and the little hen lay a golden egg. Ha ha! I love my little stolen hen. And he put it down and fell asleep. Ever so quietly, Kate crept out of the closet. There's the little hen with the golden egg. Kate is coming to get it. She grabbed the hen and rushed down to the castle. She ran across the sheep meadow and down the beanstalk. Down, down, down she climbed until she went plop in the garden. Kate sighed with relief. It's better if Mum doesn't know what danger I have been in, she whispered. Stay here until I return you to the knight's poor widow. Kate hid behind a bush and slipped back inside her house. Kate knew she must disguise herself to return to the castle. She dressed in a wig and a brown beard and climbed back up. Kate climbed and climbed and climbed, up and up and up. So she'd stolen the hen. She's going back up to the castle in a disguise. In the light of dawn, Kate crossed the sheep meadow and knocked on the door. The giantess came out and roared, Help me, I need a servant. The last one stole the hen and ran away. All happened as before. Kate helped the giantess make breakfast until the sun came up. When they heard the giant's booming footsteps and bellowed voice, Kate hid in the cupboard. Fee, fi, fo, fum, I smell the blood of an Englishwoman. Be her alive or be her dead, I'll grind her bones to make my bread. Calm down, said the giantess. You only smell the mountain of hash I made for breakfast. Oh, said the giant. When the giant finished eating, he said, Bring me my stolen money. The giantess brought out a bag filled with coins, and the giant greedily counted them. Ha ha ha! I love counting my stolen coins, said the giant. Soon the giant's head began to fall, and he fell asleep. Kate came out of the closet and grabbed the coins and ran off. Down, down, down she climbed and climbed until she went kerplop into the garden. Goodness, said Kate, what a day. I must hide these coins and return them to the knight's poor widow. Kate hid the money bag next to the hen behind the bush. That night, Kate disguised herself again as someone different and climbed up and up and up. She ran across the sheep's meadow and then knocked on the door. The giantess came and said, "Help me, I need a servant. The last one stole away with the bag of money." Again, all happened as before. Kate helped the giantess make breakfast. Then the giant's footsteps boomed down the hall and said, "Fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell the blood of an Englishwoman. Be her alive or be her dead, I'll grind her bones to make my bread." "You fool! You can only smell the fish I made for breakfast." "Oh," said the giant. When the giant had finished, he cried, "Bring me my singing harp." Giantess brought out the magnificent harp, the only one of its kind in the world. The harp sparkled with diamonds and rubies, and its string made of gold. "Sing," said the giant. The harp began to sing a sad, haunting song. It said of the past, of noble knights and lost wives and children, of golden days, of starry nights. The harp's lovely song nearly broke Kate's heart. When the giant fell asleep, she crept out from behind the door and seized the harp and ran away. But the harp was so frightened, it sang high, "Help me, help me." "Quiet," said the harp, "I'm going to return you to the knight's widow." But the giant was already awake. He jumped up and shouted. He ran after Kate. Oh, no. Kate flew like the wind across the sheep meadow. She grabbed the beanstalk and started down with the harp. The giant was fast on her heels. Down, down, down! She climbed and climbed and climbed, and the giant was climbing and climbing and climbing right after her. As soon as Kate touched the ground, she shouted, "Mother, bring the axe! Hurry!" Kate's mother ran with the axe and grabbed it. "Stand back, mother!" Kate cried. With one mighty blow, Kate chopped the beanstalk in two. Down, down it fell through the sky, and fell with a whoomp down into the garden, breaking the giant's neck. The ground shook like an earthquake. Kate's mother took one look and cried in horror, "That's a giant that killed your father!" "My father?" said Kate. Before her mother could answer, a fairy appeared in a chariot with peacocks. "Greetings, brave Kate," she said. "As Queen of the Fairies, I have long wanted to avenge the treacherous done by the good knight, but first I needed to know if his daughter was worthy of his inheritance. So I disguised myself as the beggar and told the woman and the old woman who sent out the quest to the father's castle." "My father's castle?" said Kate. "I never spoke of your father after he was slain," Mother said. "He would be most proud of you now." "Kate is the daughter of the knight. It's her castle the giant took. Who knew?" Kate hugged her mother, and they wept for sorrow and wonder of it all. They climbed into the chariot, pulled by peacocks, and flew into the clouds. Kate asked the giantess to stay as their cook. "Thank you for your kindness," said the giantess. "Would you like a giant biscuit?" "Indeed," said Kate, and the giant served them a giant biscuit as big as a cow. Well, wasn't that good? Snip, snap, snout, the story's out. So another version of Jack and the Beanstalk. This time it's Kate. And it wasn't any old castle. It was Kate's castle. So this time, was the giant the baddie? Was the giant mean? Was Kate good? I think Kate was good. She was going to give all the things back to the family of the knight. She didn't know she was the family of the knight. Good. Thank you very much for this week. Hope you're doing your math meetings. Hope you're doing some art. Hope you're telling some stories at home. I'll see you next time. Bye.